In this video, we take a drive up a canyon to higher elevations. We find some incredible birds along the way, and even get a brand new bird for the county. Come with me on this journey and let's see what birds we can find.
I'm gonna go to like a special place that's probably in like Salt Lake or something, just to dispose my AA batteries.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Back with another video today, and I have a brand new camera, but we'll get into that in a little bit. I'm joined here by Daxton, and we are here. I'm not gonna tell you where we are because we're looking for long-eared owls, and that's a sensitive species that's hidden on eBird. Now, the thing that we're going to do though, is we're gonna walk along this trail. It's still a long shot that we find the owls, but we are in Cache County, Utah, my home county. So let's go looking for these long-eared owls. Again, it's always hard finding owls, even if you know exactly what hotspot they're at. But let's continue down this trail and see what birds we can find, and hopefully we run into this beautiful owl species. All right, so far we have not found, obviously, the long-eared owl. Otherwise, I'd be very excited right now. The only bird that I've gotten on camera so far today is a pine siskin, which is an absolutely beautiful high elevation finch species. Definitely worth noting and very happy to see it. We've heard so many birds out here that have just been calling and just, I don't know. There's a lot going on. Long-eared owls are very difficult because they are not listed on eBird. They are hidden because it's a sensitive species, and so we're kind of taking a shot in the dark. The only lead that we have that there's a long-eared owl potentially in this area is someone told us that they heard one. And that's always hit or miss. And unfortunately also, they didn't actually hear it. Merlin heard it, and then they went back and listened to the recording and they swear it was one. So it's a long shot. This is the perfect habitat for the long-eared owl, but we'll have to get very lucky to find one. All right, so we just had some crazy turn of events. There was a Pacific wren calling, which is one, a bird I've never filmed on camera before. Two, a bird that I have never gotten for Cache County before. And three, we failed to see it. It was right in front of me for so long, calling right in front of me, and then all of a sudden you could hear it fly away and it was gone. So Pacific wren, new county bird. I'm still gonna throw it up on the counter for you guys, and there's a photo of a Pacific wren just for your identification. It is sad that we didn't get it on camera, but we did get a cool bird here today. In the meantime, we picked up a Townsend solitaire up in the tree, one of the most beautiful calling birds in the United States, in North America in general. So very good to pick up that bird as well. And we got a song sparrow just over a couple branches from the Townsend solitaire. We also had a canyon wren calling up on the ledge over here, very far in the distance, probably on the other side of the highway road that goes through this canyon. So no chance on getting that on camera, but a good group of birds singing. We're gonna have to see if we can get some of these birds on camera, but so far we're just hearing a lot of beautiful things, and that's the beauty of birding by ear as well. There's so much calling and so much that you miss if you can't identify the birds that you hear. So let's head out of this canyon. There's a lot more birding to do today. It's been so cold. We've had a cold spell after such a warm winter, and that's making some of these birds a little less active, but let's see what birds we can find. So we did pick up one of my favorite birds to get on camera. That's the American dipper. This is a songbird that his habitat is raging rivers, just raging water in general, and they'll actually jump into the water to get their food. Just a tiny bird, about the size of my hand, about the size of my palm. Pretty drab looking bird as well, except for its eyelids during breeding season are pure white, which is pretty cool because they're translucent, they can see underwater. So really awesome bird to pick up on camera. Really happy to find that bird today. We're actually going to head up higher in elevation and see if there's snow up there, see what birds we can find up higher. We are trying to find passerines today. We've kind of cleared out most of what we can find in Cache County during this time of year. So we're running out of options on what we want to see, but of course it's always just good to get out and just see the birds and enjoy and observe the birds as well. So not really looking for anything particular. That long-eared owl was a long shot, and I'm sorry we didn't see it. That would have been new for Cache County, but we did get the Pacific wren, and that's the beauty of birding. Sometimes you pick up stuff that you don't expect to pick up. So let's head on to our next spot. Unless we see something else down this trail, I'll keep you updated. What are those again, you say?
There was a mix of things.
Oh, a mixed flock. House finch? Pine siskin. One of them just fell in the water and drowned. No, I'm just kidding.
Also, I heard a ruby crown kinglet off to our left over here.
Ruby crown kinglet, that's good. Cool. What a good morning of birding so far. Dude, look. It's following me. Pretty incredible morning so far. Obviously, so much was birding by ear. There was a lot of birds out there that we didn't see. A golden crown kinglet, which is first of the year for Cache County. We ended up seeing or hearing a Pacific wren and a zonotricia species that very well could have been a white-throated sparrow, which is rare for the western United States. So there's a lot of birds that we heard, but we did get a lot of cool stuff on camera as well. We're gonna head up to higher elevation and hope that the snow's not there. But there's a whole bunch of stops that we can take along the way, and there's always surprises up this canyon. So stick with me because today's gonna be a great day of birding.
I was like, holy crap, that thing is way bigger than I imagined it would be.
Right? They're huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just stopped Franklin Basin Road here in Cache County, just up Logan Canyon. And unfortunately, we tried to go up to Tony Grove, which is my favorite place to go birding in the whole county, but the snow made it impossible to pass. And Daxton has a wonderful Prius that will definitely not get us through the snow, and we would have died probably. So anyways, we came down to Franklin Basin Road and we saw my spark bird. Mountain bluebird, there was a male and a female present. I love seeing those bird species, and they were visiting a nest site, which is really cool. They are a cavity nester, so they nest in these little holes, and it was really cool to see them going to and from their nest site, probably building it out for hopefully a successful breeding season. We are now on this dirt. It's really a road. It's usually covered in snow. It's this popular snowmobiling trail, but there's no snow this year at this point in time. It's been very warm. So we'll see what birds we find along the way. We've already heard some very interesting things. And I also just picked up Cassin's finches as well. I've seen that bird earlier this year here in the state of Utah, but first time seeing it here in Cache County. And it's a beautiful bird. There were two females up in the tree above us, and they have that supercilium line above their eye, which is really beautiful and makes them stand out from the house finch. So a lot to be seen. Very exciting to pick up the mountain bluebird this year. First time seeing it. Let's see what other birds we can find.
Further down the trail, I got my best views ever of a fox sparrow. Typically, they are hunkered down in the undergrowth and really difficult to see, so it was amazing to see this one right out in the open. We spotted another mountain bluebird, this time perched on a small juniper tree. The blue color was reflecting back to us. We then moved completely out of the canyon with hopes of picking up a few more target species for the day at lower elevations.
We're at our next location here today, and it's one of my favorite hot spots in Cache County, Utah, Logan River Wetlands. This is a place that we've been several times. It's right adjacent over here to the landfill, but you got the beautiful mountains in the background, so not the worst place to be. And there's just this beautiful pond that we're surveying right now. Targets for this area is the greater scaup. We gotta hope that we can pick out a greater scaup in the audience here amongst several lesser scaups and ringneck ducks. But let's see if we can pick out any awesome birds here, and I'll keep you updated. Yeah, I haven't seen any. Oh wait, no, I saw 3 fly over.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Cool. Sandhill cranes we heard earlier. So we're out here and we're just trying to find greater scaup, but you know how difficult it is if you've ever tried to scan through a scope and look for a greater scaup amongst a whole bunch of lesser scaups. It's a little bit maddening, I'm not going to lie. Not having the best of luck. We did see some cool ducks out there. There's some redheads out on the water today, as well as canvasback that's sleeping. So Athia species that are pretty cool. There's ringneck ducks out there as well. Not sure exactly what I got on camera for you guys and what I didn't, but you at this point have already seen most of those. So don't know how much longer we'll stick around in this hot spot specifically. There's one other place we can check for a greater scaup. The reason we're looking for greater scaup is that they're rare in Cache County, and I don't have that for my county list. If you didn't know, we're trying to see 250 species here in Cache County. Today we got Pacific wren, which is number 208, somewhere around there. Cross our fingers, hope we find that, and hopefully find some awesome birds along the way.
Wrapping it up at the Logan River Wetlands, we said goodbye to this absolutely stunning yellow-headed blackbird. By the way, their scientific name is absolutely awesome. Then we headed to just one more location to wrap up the day. Our first stop was Benson Marina, where we hoped to pick up some red-breasted mergansers. Instead, we found this brewer's blackbird that didn't seem to want to move from his perch, as well as a pair of Clark's grebes, another first of the year bird that just moved north into our area. What a fantastic day. All right, so if you're curious about the camera, here it is. This is the Osmo Pocket 3, and let me just show you from this angle real quick. This is the Osmo Pocket 3. It's a new camera that I'm going to be rocking with from here on out, and just watch what it can do. It follows me. That's not my camera on this end rotating. That's this camera following me as we go. I might do a full review on this eventually, but if not, I hope you guys enjoy this new camera. Hopefully it works out for us here on the channel, but I couldn't have done this without you. I couldn't have gotten new equipment upgrades and stuff without your guys' support. So again, if you'd like to support the channel, links to my merch and the membership program are in the description below. I always appreciate it. And yeah, what was your favorite bird from this video? Spring migration is on the horizon and we have some incredible adventures. I just filmed one this morning. Absolutely insane. We saw greater sage grouse, which are one of the most amazing species out there. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. As always, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright-Eyed Birding.